Hey everyone, I'm so excited to share today's video with you. I'll be doing an unboxing of a recent haul from Journalsay.com. They so graciously reached out and offered to send me some new products to try, which I'm so incredibly thankful for. I've purchased stationery from their website multiple times over the past 5 years, so I'm so grateful for this wonderful opportunity to try some new and exciting products from them, as well as offer you an 8% off coupon code when you purchase from their site. I do get a small commission if you use Jackie Unprinted at checkout, but it would mean so much to me and would help my channel out so much. So regardless of if you choose to use the code, I just want to thank you all so much for your support thus far. Now let's go ahead and get into the items. I'm so excited to show you all what's inside. In my opinion, all of these products are very affordable, and I was able to get all of these products for about $100 US, which in today's economy is just so much bang for your buck. And for anyone that's curious, I will have everything linked down below, just because sometimes the name listings of these products are a little bit strange, and so I'll just do my best to try and describe each and every one of the items in here. So this very first item is actually like a roll of washi tape. Now it looks like it has kind of like a burlap texture visually, but it doesn't like feel like anything. It's just completely smooth, which is very beautiful, but the actual image of it looks very nice. So I thought that that would be very nice to just do some layering and journaling with. The next roll of washi tape is just kind of like this craft type of like newspaper looking washi tape, and I really love kind of like these vintage text designs on washi tapes. I just think that they're so beautiful and layer very nicely with other pieces of washi tape and just other styles of stickers that I have in my collection. The next roll of tape is actually kind of like a PET tape, and it's just this very neutral brick style of design. I thought that it was just very interesting and looked very beautiful, and I wanted to get my hands on it just because I don't have anything like this in my collection already, and I've never seen anything like this before. But I just really love kind of like the neutral toned bricks, and I think that this will just look very nice in kind of like some creative journal entries to serve as kind of like a border or background. Now this roll of washi tape might look a little bit familiar to you if you've been around my channel for any amount of time, but as you can see, I do already have this roll of washi tape, but it's one of my absolute favorites and I've used so much of it, and I'm actually running pretty low on it, and so I just wanted to pick up a brand new roll, and so it really does just come in handy, and I love to use it on so many of my journal spreads. The next roll of washi tape is so interesting, and I just immediately fell in love with it like when I saw online, and it's even more impressive in person. In the listing then it's described as like a PET tape, but I'm not sure if you can see on like the left hand side here, but it's kind of like sparkly, and it almost has kind of like a fabricy wire texture to it. It's very interesting, and it's not like any other tape that I've ever tried before, but I really love the art style and kind of like the sketchy, like doodly type of aesthetic that these stickers are, as well as like that very light like wash of watercolor that they have. So it's just very, very beautiful. So the next items are actually all together in a set. It comes with 6 different rolls of PET tape that has various designs and styles of trees. And I just thought that it was very beautiful because you can get them individually, or if you want to get the entire set like I did, then it just comes with basically like all the different trees that you would want like throughout the year. They just look very beautiful, and they kind of have like this watercolory or like gouache type of art style to them, which I think just look very beautiful and would look very nice just to kind of decorate like my journal entries with. Now with these rolls, then they are not already like pre-cut, and so you would have to go in and manually kind of like cut around the designs that you want. But as you can see, that they do come with like a very good variety of different looking trees and kind of like different colors and stuff, but they all match together like very well in terms of like the trees that are on the roll, and so I think that you'll get a lot of good variety and use out of these PET tapes. I have a few rolls of PET tape from the washi tape shop that I bought probably like a year ago now, I think, and I just really love them. I'm still like fairly new to PET tapes, but the ones that I got from the washi tape shop, then they are kind of like these florals. And so when I saw on Journalsay that they have these very beautiful tree and like landscape scenery type PET tapes, then I definitely wanted to pick them up. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to using these in my journals. Alright, so this next item is actually kind of like a sticker book, which is very interesting, and I think that they would look really nice to just kind of like add borders to journal entries. But as you can see, it basically comes with like the first sheet is on like PET tape, and then the sheet after that is the same design, but it's printed on like washi paper. And so I just think that's very interesting, and it comes with a lot of different designs. There are like a few different versions of this book, but I specifically wanted to get like the tree and like landscape scenery type ones. But they also came with like this ocean one that looked very beautiful, but I figured that, you know, I was already getting a lot of like other tapes and stuff, so I figured that I would just pick this nature one up. But yeah, they just kind of have like that watercolory, like gouache type of art style again, and so I just really love that very like loose and artistic look to my stationery. Now these next items I'm so very excited for. I couldn't decide on like which color I wanted the most, and so I just decided to pick up all 6 of them, I believe. But it's these City Girl like sticker collections, and so they just kind of come in like this little card, and then it's just individually cut out stickers of these girls in like various outfits, and they're just very beautiful. They kind of have like that watercolor aesthetic to them again, and they just come in different colors, and they're just so adorable. I just love them so much. I think each set comes with like 20 stickers, and they're all supposed to be different, and so you get a very nice variety with them. I think that they just look so like classy and sophisticated, and can definitely add some very unique visual interest to like any journal spread or something like that. Alright, and so the next item is actually kind of like these transparent watercolor blotches. They do come in like different colors, but I specifically just wanted to pick up kind of like this warm toned like reddish orangey pink like yellow set. But I just think that they look so beautiful, and they're just very transparent and gentle and perfect for layering. Alright, and so this next item is actually a watercolor sketchbook. Now I know I just purchased one from Blick like a month ago or so, but I was surprised to see that this was on Journalsay, and so I was very interested and wanted to give it a try. As some of you guys may have seen from my Blick haul, then I have been really into watercolors again. But yeah, as you can see, the pages are quite textured. I believe there are like 20 pages in this sketchbook, and I'm assuming that it's like cold press, because cold press is the one with like this texture on it, right? And I think it's supposed to be like 300 GSM or something. There is a 300 like on the sleeve when you get the sketchbook, but it just says 300 grams or 300 G, which I'm assuming means 300 GSM. So anyway, I don't know how much that matters, but it is pretty thick, and I do really like the texture of the watercolor. As you can see, that I'm just basically like demonstrating my Winsor and Newton watercolors on the paper, and I thought that it worked pretty nicely. I did a combination of like wet on wet and then wet on dry, so I thought that it performed pretty nicely, and I'm looking forward to just playing around with it a little bit more. And these sketchbooks are offered in a couple of different like designs for the covers, but I specifically got the strawberry one, and I just thought that it was really cute. It is kind of like a soft like linen cover, and then it's really nice because it has kind of like this elastic closure, and then it also comes with that gusseted back pocket in case you want to like put any additional like papers in there or something like that. Alright, moving on to the next item. Again, if you've been around my channel, you might recognize these, as I do already own a pair of these. These were my favorite tweezers for the longest time, but unfortunately, I'm not sure how well you can tell in the video, but they've been pretty bent out of shape. I can't seem to get them to line back up, and so I did decide to just get a new pair. Fortunately, these are only about $1, and so I definitely just figured I might as well just pick up a new pair rather than trying to fix these for what feels like a couple years now. This next item is actually a very interesting like rotary paper cutter, which I wasn't aware was a thing, but I'm so very excited for it because I absolutely just do not enjoy cutting out circles like when I'm like making cards and stuff. But this makes it just so much easier. So as you can see from the video, I'm just demonstrating how you can use it. There is this locking and sliding mechanism where you can just adjust it to the proper size that you want. Make sure to have a mat underneath the paper just to help like prevent the blade from like scratching up your table or like the surface underneath. But as you can see, I'm just demoing here like how you can use this, and I thought that it worked out well. Just make sure to press down hard on the blade so that you can actually like cut through the paper, but I thought that it was very easy to use. And then the next item was something that I've been really wanting, is actually just this metal book stand. And I just got it in kind of like this soft mint color. I thought that it was very cute, but it does come in a variety of different colors. But yeah, it just has like 3 different adjustments to where you can like stand your book at specific angles and stuff. So I think that this will just really come in handy for when I'm like reading and trying to take like notes on the book, but I don't want to like try and force open the book with one hand and then journal with the other. So this will just make that process a lot easier. Alright, now unfortunately, this does seem to be like the only dud from this video. I was really looking forward to this. As some of you may know, I do send pen pals back and forth with my sister, and in the past I've ran out of envelopes, and so I would have to make them on my own. But I just found the whole process tedious, and so when I saw that this is specifically like labeled as an envelope maker, I was really excited for it because I wanted to just find a way to streamline the process. But I'm gonna try and like just explain how frustrating it was to try and use this, because as you can see, it comes with like a little plastic knife where you can like score the envelope, and it has these very unhelpful instructions on how to make your envelopes, and I just felt like it wasn't working properly. As you can see, I tried it multiple times and was trying to follow the instructions on the back, but it just wasn't working out, unfortunately. So I do have to pass on this item, and I don't really know if I'll really reach for it again in the future, but I did try it multiple times and unfortunately couldn't get it to work. So there's that. Alright, and so for this last item, I'm so excited for this because I've been seeing kind of like these smaller versions on like Yoseka's website, and I was really wanting to get some, but I just never got around to like placing an order for them. So when I saw that Journalsay actually has this giant version with multiple ones, then I decided that I just needed to pick it up and give it a try. But as you can see, it's just this giant book with like 6 different empty like scenes or like houses basically, and then it comes with these matching sticker sheets that you can just fill them up with different furniture and different like decorations and little like characters, and so it is just so adorable, and I've been really wanting to just kind of like play with something like this for a very long time. So perhaps this is like the most exciting thing for me personally to come out of this Journalsay haul, because yeah, I've just been really wanting to play around with something like this. It is kind of a learning curve at first. You definitely want to pay attention and make sure that you layer like the stuff properly and go from like the furthest to the closest items in that order so that they layer correctly. But here's the finished piece after I worked on it for like an entire day. The tweezers definitely come in clutch at this point. But yeah, it was just so much fun. And then here I have a couple examples in my journal of me just using some of the products from today and just creating like a journal entry with them. So yeah, that's basically it for my haul. Thank you so much to Journalsay again for sending me these products. And thank you to everyone who has supported my channel. It means so much to me. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.